لا لا العدل الإعدادات ونتأكد أن جميع يستمعون إلينا. اللحظة المعلومات اللي تتصل فيها أعود للخط تعرفون أنا نتحدث إيش رأيك إذا
Hammad. The Hammad.
I'm okay, Luna. How about you? Thank you. Okay. I'm the mother. My name is Yaghi, and I'm the mother of Ziyad Yaghi. And my son has been in jail now for 4 years and a half. Of course, he's unjustly incarcerated. The reason is because when he was 19 years old, he wanted to visit Jerusalem and go visit the mosque over there and pray, and also get married and visit Jordan. And then he came back. And I followed my son for 2 years and a half. Couldn't find anything on my son, but yet still arrested him and put him in jail. Put him 2 years pre-trial so he would, confess or at least, lie and take a plea deal and lie and against the other people, his co-defendants. They arrested about 7 people in the group, and some of these people my son doesn't even know who are in the group. So I've been fighting ever since then, trying to release my son, trying to get him out. They have him most of his 4 years and a half. He's been in solitary. And he wanted to visit Jerusalem. Pray and also get married. That's kind of conservative. And then back 2 years and a half. Couldn't find anything on my son. But yet, hello? Hello? Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. So they couldn't find anything on my son. So, they arrested my son. They put him in jail, and he's been in solitary most of the time that he's been incarcerated. Before pre-trial, they tried so hard to pressure him to take the plea deal. And with that plea deal, he has to lie and testify against his co-defendants because there's no evidence, or even if there's any evidence, it will be just hearsay. So this would make the evidence stronger once they pressure somebody to take the plea deal and then testify against others. So of course my son refused to take the plea deal, and that's why he got one of the highest sentences than all his co-defendants, even though he doesn't have any evidence against him. And since then, I've been battling, this injustice that has happened to us. I want people to understand that this war on terror is just a lie. It's used to scare people, and it's just basically it's used to change our constitution, to alter our constitution, and to keep messing with our constitution, and to alter it while people stay quiet because, once they put out the scare out there, people are going to believe, okay, this is for our own good, and that's why they're changing our constitution. But in fact, now it's affecting even the human rights activists. It's affecting a lot of people because people now don't have free speech like they had before. Yeah, I stopped.
Yeah, I'm here. Hi. I want to say hello to everyone and thank you for having me today. I'm gonna translate for both the mother and the wife, and excuse me for my bad English. Thank you. So here is the mother of Alaa Hammad. Her name is Sister Sabah.
مساء الخير.
Good evening.
أنا أم الأسير علاء حماد. علاء مواليد 78.
I'm the mother of Alaa Hammad, the political prisoner. He was born in 1978.
عنده 6 أطفال، 3 بنات و 3 أولاد.
He has 6 children, 3 daughters and 3 sons.
الكبير 14 سنة والصغير 7 سنوات.
The oldest one is 17 years old and the youngest is 7 years.
علاء لو سافر على القدس عشان يعمل غايتي، يفتح مطعم، لأنه معه موجود معه هوية المقدسية. علاء اعتقل في 22/11/2006.
Alaa went to Jerusalem to visit his homeland there, and because he had newly the Jerusalemized citizenship, so he went to Jerusalem to start a work there and have a peaceful life, and to have a restaurant there, to open a restaurant as a job. And here he was arrested in 22nd of November 2006.
علاء اتهموه بخطف إسرائيلي، إنه كان بيفكر بخطف إسرائيلي وهذا ما حصل. ما في من حكي هذا.
He was accused that he was thinking of kidnapping an Israeli soldier, and that didn't happen.
علاء 45 يوم هو تحت التعذيب، بيضغطوا عليه عشان يعترف إنه كان يخطب إسرائيلي وهو
He was under torture for 45 years, for 45 days, sorry, to confess that he was thinking of kidnapping a soldier.
حكوا له إذا ما بتعترف إنك كنت بدك تخطب إسرائيلي راح إن 25 سنة ما تشوف لا زوجتك ولا أولادك ولا أهلك.
They threatened him if he didn't confess and sign the paper of the confession that he was planning for kidnapping a soldier. They will not allow him to see any of his family members for 25 years at least.
علاء اعترف تحت التعذيب إنه بده يخطف إسرائيلي وهو ما في من الحكي عشان يكفي التعذيب عنه إنه.
So he wanted the torture to end. That's why he signed that paper and signed that confession that didn't happen.
حكموا عليه 11 سنة شهرين ويوم علاء.
He was sentenced, sorry. He was sentenced 11 years.
11 سنة شهرين ويوم.
11 years, 2 months and 1 day. This is the period.
مضى على حكم علاء 7 سنوات.
He's in prison since 7 years old. 7 years.
هسه علاء مضرب عن الطعام له 215 يوم.
He's on hunger strike for 215 days.
كان مطالبهم الأسرى لأنه كان مطالبه إنه الإفراج أو الترحيل على السجون الأردنية.
His demands are to either the freedom or the transfer to Jordanian jails to continue his sentence.
طبعا الحكومة الأردنية ما استجابت. 180 اعتصام عملنا وما استجابت الحكومة الأردنية.
The Jordanian government didn't even listen to us. We had 180 protests in different places in Jordan, but no one listens to us.
كنا نعتصم باب الديوان الملكي، باب وزارة الخارجية، رئاسة الوزارة، حقوق الإنسان، بس ما في حدا سمعنا.
She's saying that they had different places, protests in different places in front of the King Palace in Amman, and the Prime Minister building and the Foreigner Ministry. They were protesting there for every day, but no one is listening.
علاء بيعاني هسه من أمراض كثير بجسمه، من الإضراب عن الطعام، عايش على المي والملح، ما في مجال إنه يعطوه الأدوية لأن الأوردة عنده بطلت تستقبل الأدوية وكثير تعبان، وضعه الصحي سيء جدا.
Now she's talking about his health. She's saying my son his health is very bad now. He's on hunger strike for 215 days. He was taking medication for the first period of his hunger strike, but now his body is refusing the needles because his veins are shrinking and they can't apply any medication for him. Now his health is very bad. I'm very worried about my son.
Okay. Thank you so much.
أنا بطلب من العالم كله إنه يوقفوا مع ابني وشوفوا وضعه سيء كثير. علاء مش شوي، أنا يعني إحنا هسه بنطالب بالإفراج عن علاء لأنه وضعه سيء في المستشفيات.
My son's health condition is very, very bad now. It's very serious. I'm asking all the people outside to support my son, and we want him free out of jail because his he's on the hospital bed, and his health status is very critical. And thank you.
That is the mother of Alaa, and I'm just going to let the listeners know today. This is my voice on live. I mean, our mothers can hear me, and Ayat can hear me, and has been able to hear me. But this is going to be the first time that the audience is going to hear me because of my excitement today. I'm not thinking straight, and nobody could hear my voice. So this is Luna. Now you can hear me. I am the founder and the owner of Luna Live Media Network. Today we're in the interview with the mothers of political prisoners Ziyad, Yaghi, and Alaa Hammad, the wife and mother of them both, via USA and via Jordan. Um, and I'm also going to let everyone know that this is a very, very emotional interview that I've had. I think one of the most that is going to come to my heart. To my heart. Um, this is not entertainment for anybody. This is a call out to the world to take note. You just heard Allah's mother stating that no one's listening. Well, our intent today is for the world to listen, not just Jordan, not just Israel, not just the USA, the world, and to take a stand. Now, what we're going to do, I'm going to give the respects to, with honor, to have her here. It's Allah's wife. Ayad, if you can let her go ahead and introduce herself, please.
No.
Yes.
السلام عليكم. أنا زوجة الأسير علاء حماد منتهى.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Muntaha, the wife of Alaa Hammad, the prisoner.
أنا سعيدة جدا باللقاء معكم لأنه من خلالكم سوف يتم إيصال صوت الأسرى وصوت معاناة الأسير ومعاناة أهالي الأسرى من خلالكم يصل صوتنا إلى جميع أنحاء العالم.
I'm very pleased to be with you here because with you I can let the message of my husband reach the whole world and reach the people out there who believe in justice.
تم اعتقال علاء بعد 8 سنوات من زواجنا.
Alaa was arrested after 8 years of our marriage.
عندما تم اعتقاله كان عندي 6 أطفال كانوا صغيرين. كانوا بأمس الحاجة أن يكون أباهم في هذه الفترة موجودا عندنا.
When he was arrested, I had 6 children who need their son and they need their father with them because they were very young to live a life without a father.
لذلك كانت أصعب سنوات حياتي هي تربية أطفالي الصغار بدون وجود أبوهم معنا.
It was very difficult, extremely difficult to raise those 6 children without their father, and it was the most difficult challenge for me.
لذلك نفتقد علاء كثيرا في كثير من جوانب حياتنا. أنا بأمس الحاجة أن يكون معي في تربية أطفاله، في تعليمه، في تأمين حياتهم معنا.
Now we're missing Alaa very badly because I need my husband to be with me, to raise the children with me, to support them in their study, in their school, in their life, and in their living.
أيضا الأسير داخل السجن يعاني الكثير من الصعوبات، من المعاناة، هو محروم من الكثير من أبسط حقوقه الإنسانية.
Now he's in prison. He is deprived from his basic rights there, and he's having a lot of difficulties from the procedures of torture that are practiced by the jailers.
خلال 7 سنوات اعتقاله لم نرى فيها الأسير علاء لم يرى أبنائه الستة.
He hasn't seen his children since 7 years.
لم يكن هناك أي وسيلة تواصل بيننا سوى الرسائل عن طريق اليد.
We have no way of communication with him unless some paper messages like written by hand.
لم نسمع صوته أيضا خلال هذه السنوات الماضية.
I didn't hear his voice for 7 years, neither his children.
لذلك اضطر الأسير علاء أن يخوض إضراب مفتوح عن الأكل من أجل التواصل معنا ومن أجل زيارته والمحادثة.
That's why he started his strike in the first place. He wants to communicate with his family. He wants to feel not isolated from the whole world. He wants to hear his children's voice and see them. This is his right.
Whoa. Yes, and the pause is,
Thank
you still
Yes.
there, Aya?
Yes, I'm here, but
Does
she
she want to
stopped.
continue?
She has nothing to say now. She's getting so emotional right now.
Yes. And I just want to make our audience aware that this will happen. This is a very serious and a very emotional interview we were having today. So with your patience, if you hear a pause like that, I want you to take an account of this pause. It's not a pause of we don't have anything to say. It's a pause as you're listening to the mothers
Mm.
and the wife now of two political prisoners that are calling you and have exhausted this call to the world to take a listen. So when they pause, this is going to put not only Luna into an activist mode to speak for them, but also a mother mode, as myself being a mother, and could not imagine if one of my children were in this predicament. So we have two different cases here that are much, much the same. And on this network, we will not put sugar on any of it. We're going to bring it to you the way it is. Is there negative things? Yes, there is many, many negative things, but the negative things are caused by people onto innocent people. Um, Sister Layla, I'm going to bring you back in here with me if you would. We have two mothers. We're standing together. When one of us are not able to speak, the other ones will do the same because how no matter how tragic our listeners may say the sounds, there's a lot of power, a lot of strength, and a lot of pride to stand up for what is being done here. Sister Layla, can you come in with me? Are you
Yes,
there?
yes, I'm here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, the feeling of the mother and the wife, the emotional things, you know personally. Your son is in the same predicament. Can you give us
Yes,
a background on that? What is this
yes.
feeling like? What is this feeling like as a mother, and the emotional toll that this can take?
Honestly, I have been sick for the last 3 weeks, and I'm not been able to recover. Just the stress about hearing your son, in solitary confinement, where he cannot see the sun and cannot go out and talk to other people, let alone, being in a small room, where everything is from steel. If somebody wants to Google the shoe, it's called the shoe. It's called the shoe for some reason because it's dark and lonely, and it's made to actually torture somebody psychologically, and eventually they will lose their brain. So, they have my son in there. First of all, he's in jail for no reason because, as Brother Siraj knows, he went over the transcripts, and he studied them carefully, and he saw that there was a lot of discrepancies in them. There was a lot of lies. That my son, there was no evidence to back up what the U.S. government is saying about my son. His charges is that sometime in the future, and at an unknown time, okay, in the future, unknown place also, that my son is gonna commit an act of terrorism. How does that even, makes sense? How does that make sense to people? It's so easy to trick people into believing that there's some boogeyman out there who's gonna hurt us. And therefore, once you trick people, and this has been all throughout history, if you know how these criminals in the past, the ones who were like Hitler and so forth, used to trick people and brainwash them into believing that there's this boogeyman out there who's going to hurt you, and therefore we can go and do so much, to some innocent people, and people stay quiet. It's amazing how it's so easy to brainwash people.
Yes.
And now people are basically not doing anything for my son, who's laying, in the shoe for months now. It's been a month and a half this time. Every 2 months or so, they put him back for no reason. They won't even tell the lawyer why he's in there. Okay, and basically he's being tortured. So as a mother, when you know that your son is being tortured, when you know that your son is not doing good, you're not gonna be able to do good yourself, because that son came out of your loins, out of you.
Yes.
So it is just terrible. I don't know, I'm listening to Alaa's mom, and that makes me more sad that, people are just quiet about what's going on. We have few evil people on the top, a handful of people on the top who basically control the world and tell the people what to do and how to do things, and brainwash a whole entire nation. And then people in that process just are so sedated and numb that even, they're conscious. They have no conscience anymore, and things go on in front of them, and they say, oh, well, they deserve that, just because they're so brainwashed. And here we go, a mother, she's her son is in the hospital. He's suffering, and he's on a hunger strike. And yet a lot of people are not doing anything about that too. He can't see his kids. He can't see his wife. I mean, this is crazy. Things have to stop. We cannot let a bunch of criminals, greedy people on the world, while everybody just sits back and does nothing. Nothing. Here, two mothers simultaneously are being tortured because their kids are being tortured. Their sons are being tortured. Alaa's mom said that her son got married when he was 19. That's what my son was about to do, get married when he was 19. We have proof that he wanted to get married. Siraj even spoke to the bride's family. The lawyer, my son's ex-lawyer, specifically took a trip to Jordan and spoke to the bride's family. And there was evidence that my son was in Jordan, in fact, to get married. But these facts were not presented at the trial, and it was so easy to brainwash the jury into believing that my son is criminal post 9/11. They have their mind set, all of them, the jury and the judge and all of them had their mind set before my son even entered the courtroom, just based on his religion. And that is so unfair. This media needs to stop brainwashing people into believing that Muslim people are criminals. Muslim people are just ordinary people like you and me. The way we grew up, I grew up in half American family. My father is Palestinian. My mom is American. We went back and forth to Jordan and to America. I speak Arabic. I speak English. We are just a normal American family. I was born in Montana. I love this country, but honestly, I do not love these greedy people who are putting my son in jail and putting my son in jail for reasons. One of them is to further their career, another is to alter the Constitution, and there's other, reasons that I don't even know about. But this is just so inhumane. This is not right. My son is in Florida, Coleman too, under the ground in solitary confinement. People 5 miles away from him don't even know that he's there. Okay, this is just, this is crazy. Uh,
Yes, it is.
I need people to just understand, stop being so brainwashed, love people for who they are, love all people regardless of their religion, race, or ethnic background, and stop believing the media and what the media is trying to do to the Muslim people and to other people. The African Americans went through this in the past. They were lynched, they were mistreated, they were incarcerated for no reason. And now it's our turn. It's the Muslim people's turn. We are going through this. We are basically um, prison is trying just to in some ways like I would say slavery all over again, but this time it's more like covertly they're doing it,
Yes.
where they put all mass incarceration, and these people work for $1 an hour per day, where these corporations benefit from us, and people need to wake up. This is unjust. This is unfair.
Yes. I think what it is, yeah, I will add to that, as my culture being Hispanic and Anglo, uh, I've lived this kind of discrimination all my life. So to understand this is 100%. And I agree with you, Sister Leila. First we went through, the Indians who got their discrimination, then the blacks who got their discrimination, then the Mexican, the Latino people who still have to this day their discrimination, and now since 9/11, the Arabic people have been added to that on top of a cult or on top of a religion, which is the religion of Islam and Muslims. People do not try to educate themselves about it. They take some people just take what the government says as to be true instead of researching and educating themselves, because out of laziness or out of disconcern of another person's feelings and well-being. Um, this has been happening for what now, 12 years, to the fact now it's getting to a dangerous situation to where innocent people are being crucified for no reason at all. And as we stated before, right down the lines, we will be bringing the fact that because of this discrimination, there is a widespread, idiotic Islamophobia around the world, especially in the U.S., that we're, like you said, some boogeyman, aka what the government would call terrorist, and that, everybody is going to start fighting and acting this way, and putting in the United States in particular into a fear factor of being afraid of people. With that, I want to go back to Ayat. Ayat,
Yes.
is the mother and is is the mother and the wife of Allah, are they aware of Islamophobia? Is there Islamophobic problems in Jordan?
التخويف من الإسلام وهل موجود عندنا بالأردن؟
أكيد عندنا يعني دائما الحرب قائمة على الإسلام في أي مكان، سواء كانت بالأردن، في مصر، في سوريا، وين ما في إسلام في عندنا حرب.
The war on Islam is everywhere, in Jordan, Syria, anywhere. They are attacking the Muslims' view or the Muslims' picture everywhere.
كمان عندنا بالأردن هون العنصرية ما بين الحامل الجنسية الأردنية والحامل الجنسية الفلسطينية أو أردني من أصل فلسطيني، في تميز عندنا.
There's also a problem here in Jordan. There's a Palestinian people who have Jordanian citizenship also suffers from the discrimination because they are not originally from Jordan, and there's a difference between Jordanian from a Jordanian origin and a Jordanian from Palestinian origin. There's a difference in discrimination.
لذلك احنا عندنا هون بالأردن 26 أسير أردني، لكن الأردن عندنا هون لم تعترف إلا ب 16 أسير فقط، لأن الباقي يحملون جنسية فلسطينية. يعني إنه هذا نموذج من إنه التفرقة أو العنصرية ما بين الفلسطيني والأردني.
There's an evidence that there's a discrimination here in Jordan because there's a 26 Jordanian prisoners in the Israeli jails, but the Jordanian government did not recognize only 16 of them as Jordanians.
Okay. So there is that answers my question 110%, is that there is a discrimination. It's just kind of different from the U.S. Our discrimination here is mostly got to do with race. Discrimination there, from what I'm understanding, is more or less of what country you are from, because of the because of the problems of Palestinians having to leave their own land and go to Jordan for many years. We're talking 1947, something like this. So just a little click and note tag for the government of Jordan would be basically from this activist would be, if you have a problem with Palestinians, then get a hold of the Israelis and see if you can figure out whether they can give them some land to go back home to. Anyways, it's a direct comment from me to you, to the Jordanian government. But So yes, that answers my question. So basically, the discrimination is there. What I would also like, I know you all don't have all that much time, so can you give me as much time as we have?
Um, يعني we can say 15 minutes from now
Okay,
also.
15 minutes from 15 minutes from now, we'll continue a little bit with the interview because we had a little bit of technical difficulty, and I apologize that on my part so much. Um, yeah, what I would like to do is bring in Allah's wife again. Um, she spoke about the children. I want, if you can, I want you to explain to her that I want her, because the children are not here, and as they should not be, we don't want to put them through any more stress, because I want our audience to feel that, we do have children here involved, and you can just imagine what emotional toll this will take on, has taken on them also, to not know their father for 7 years, or hear their voice, or have him tuck them in bed, or give them a kiss, to be with them. So Ayad, I would like you to ask her to explain to us, being the mother and being around them, their feelings and their attitude against how this is affecting them, that their father is not only a political prisoner right now in Israel, but also being on his hunger strike. How are the kids, and how are they taking this?
كيف هم عايشين مع هاي التجربة؟
إيه، كون الأطفال بعد أسر زوجي كانوا صغارا جدا، لم يعرفوا أباهم إلا من خلال الصور، فأنا كنت أعرفهم على والدهم من الصور.
Uh, since he was arrested, they were very young, so they didn't know his how their father looks like. So she's saying, I was showing my children the photo of of their father, just to know him and not forget his face.
كنت أنا أعد لهم القصص عن والدهم، أخبرهم إنه أبوكم كان كتير حنون عليكم، كان يحملكم، يلاعبكم، يبوسكم، يضمكم، كان يحبكم كتير.
I always tell my children that their father loves them a lot. I always tell them stories about how was genuinely love them, and how was he treating them before, and how was the feeling when she was seeing him holding his children, kissing them everywhere around the house.
حتى أحيانا هم يحكوا لي لاعبينا مثل ما بابا كان يلاعبنا وإحنا صغار.
Uh, Imagine how they are saying now. They are saying, we want to play with you as my father played with us before. They also believe that he was playing with them when they were young.
هم بيفتقدوا والدهم كتير، ودائما بيسألوني عنه، خاصة هلأ لما كبروا شوي بالفترة هاي، بيسألوني كيف بابا بيعيش بالسجن، بابا بياكل، كيف بينام، بتحمم، يعني بوقت هلأ الشتاء بيحكولي طب في صوبة عم بتدفى فيها.
And now they are asking more questions because they are getting older. As they get old, they are يعني start asking, how is my father's feeling now? How is he? Is he hungry? Is he eating there? Because now it is winter coming. His children are asking, is it cold there? Does he have a heater there in prison?
من خلال أسئلتهم أرى الدمعة في عيونهم، أرى إنه في حزن، يفتقدوا والدهم، يرغبون برؤية والدهم وشوقهم لهم من خلال الكثير من الأسئلة التي يوجهونها إليه.
These questions and more of them are showing me how they are missing their father. They want him around them. They are asking me, how come that we are missing our father so badly, and we can't see him? I can see the tears, يعني, they are asking sometimes some questions with eyes full of tears, and that's breaking my heart.
يعني هي
Go ahead,
I,
I'm sorry.
she's saying, I can't add more because it's very emotional to speak about this.
Okay. Again, we have the pause of the wife of Allah. and I'm going to bring this up, is that I explained earlier that this is going to be very emotional. And I'm not going to hide my emotion either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that emotion of sadness for this woman, her children, her mother, her family, and all the supporters who deal with this kind of thing and who care. And I'm going to turn that into power, and I'm going to let the world know. Together, we're all going to let the world know. Because one voice goes out because they get so emotional they can't even talk anymore. And that's not going to stop us from bringing this voice out. This is a mother who has to take care of her children. This is children who have gone without knowing their father, other than him, bringing, having a love for his wife, to even bring these children into the world, to be innocently taken from a government that, likes to panic people in the world and accuse innocent people without even giving them a charge, and holding them and taking them from their family. This this misconduct on the Israeli government part needs to stop. Really, it needs to stop. And the world, no matter how chosen these people think they are, or how chosen the government uses a religion, or uses a holy book to make them do, or be able to be get away with doing bad things to innocent people. I don't care, and I'm sorry, for saying this, but this is exactly how I feel, and I'm going to say it exactly how I mean it. I don't care how many times Israel is named, whether it be in the Bible, the Quran, or some Discovery Channel book, National Geographic book. It does not give the Israeli government the okay to keep mistreating innocent people. It does not give him the okay. Because just to say it this way, whether you're religious or you're not religious, God loves all people. It's not, and he's not giving anybody permission to go and kill, steal land, and imprison and torture and beat the rest of his people because you live on, so-called Israeli ground. And that's the truth. And the bad thing about this is that we're here today and we're speaking about Ziyad Yaghi's case, and we're also speaking about Alaa Hammad's case, but there are many, many more, including children, that are being imprisoned, beaten, and murdered. Whether you be on, whether it be the Israeli government doing it, the U.S. government doing it, the Egypt government doing it, or any government of any country that seems to think that their people are lower beneath their feet, they would not be leaders unless they had those people underneath the feet that they put them under. And it's time to stop. There is nothing wrong, with the people of the world standing up and saying wrong. There's only two options. There's a right and there's a wrong. There's no in between. And when you're right, you pat yourself on the back and you say, yes, it's okay. We have this. You're right. And you take the pride of being right. But when you're wrong, you also have the pride to say and admit and be held accountable, Israel, for your mistakes. U.S. government, when you're wrong, you're wrong. In the USA, there have been many, many, many incidents to where people are convicted, spent years into prison, for years later to find out that that person is 100% innocent. So we have, Sister Leila, I want to bring you in again one more time. We have 10 minutes with via Jordan again, and then if you want, we can stay over a little bit and continue. But I want to get in. I want to get in Allah's family as much as we can while we have them live, and just give them this last 10 minutes. If they want to take it all, they can have it all. Anything and everything they want to say, Ayat. what people need to do, what they want from the world. What do they want us to help them with? What are their needs the most? That they feel that people aren't listening. What can the world of people do to help them the most? And I'm gonna give that directly to them.
Yes. His mother is here.
بناشد العالم إنهم بناشد العالم حقوق الإنسان وكل الشرفاء في العالم إنهم وقفوا مع أولادنا، وقفوا مع المظلومين، يعني مثل علاء، مثل غيره، مثل زياد، كل ظلم هذا عليهم.
I am asking all people around the world to stand up with our sons, like Ziyad, Alaa, any other people who are living injustice. I want them to stand up for them and raise their voice and say no against this injustice.
وبناشد جلالة الملك بقول يا سيدي ما شفتنا في 180 اعتصام واحنا باب الديوان واحنا نتعرض للشتاء، نتعرض للشمس، حرارة الشمس، نتعرض لكلام الناس، نتعرض للإهانة في الشوارع واحنا واقفين في الشارع ولا حدا طلع علينا ولا حدا سمعنا.
I'm also having a message to the King Abdullah II. I'm saying, we haven't you seen us on front of a palace for 180 protests, in front of yeah, under the burning sun, under the winter. We had a lot of troubles standing there for this long of period. Haven't you seen us? يعني that didn't move you inside as a human?
مع الأوان يا سيدي إنك تشوف يعني وضع علاء يعني صار هسه سيء وإنه بدنا نستنى فيه، يعني بدك تضلك نستنى تمني يجينا على محمل على الأكتاف يعني لو أنت إنه وضع يعني وضع لا مش متحملينه يعني.
And also continuing this message to His Majesty, can't you feel our torture? Can't you feel our feelings, our sorrow here? يعني, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for my son to come as a dead body to Jordan? Is that okay for you?
أنا بدي إياه يروح لي منيح، بدي إياه يروح لي طيب.
Okay, it's okay. She started to cry here. Okay, she's saying, I want my son to come back to me alive. I don't want him to be dead. And she's crying now. She
We're
can't
going to
continue.
take a little pause and give her that respect because she is right. And I hope the world is really listening. If anything, this is what I will quote, hearing this myself from her. She wants to have her son come back to her alive, not him die from this hunger strike and come back to her dead. So that's exactly, bluntly, exactly what she's saying. And that is pretty damn sad. That and please, Ayat, don't bring the bad words, but this kind of stuff right here, you know how I am always blunt, and this is no disrespect to the mother or the wife or the family whatsoever. It's just this kind of thing is what brings me out to have to say bluntly exactly what I feel and exactly how I need to say it. But if the world is not taking that and hearing this mother have to cry this way, then you have no heart, you have no feeling, you have nothing. And if you did not feel something in your heart to hear this lady the way she had to stop, because she got so emotional for her son, I cannot imagine. And I take a little pause myself. Ayad, how is his wife doing? Is she okay, or is she crying also?
I think she's about to. She just stopped crying and she's crying again.
Okay, we're not going to linger onto this because I don't want the intent here today is not to upset them, even though this is a good thing that the world hear and they, you know. I wish we could be on video so they could see. Wonder how many other people will cry for their sons today.
She's saying, I want to thank you, extremely thank you, because you delivered my message to the world, and even if I cried, even I,
الحكومة هاي مش سامعنا بس بلكي وصل صوتنا للعالم كله.
the Jordanian government are ignoring us completely, and you're helping us to raise our voice to people outside Jordan, and this is very something we very appreciate this.
يعني 7 سنين أولاده ما زاروه، يعني ما سمحت لهم الحكومة الأردنية تزوره، يعني شو بتتوقع؟
7 years he didn't see his children, and the Jordanian government didn't do anything.
شكرا.
She's thanking you again for your patience because she had a lot of pauses here, and she's thanking you for giving her the chance to be with you today.
Okay, and I need to thank her. Tell her it has to be me thanking her, and that I am the one who has the honor of being here today, and having her today. Um, and explain to her, Ayat, that and to the wife and to the family, if they can relate to the children, the father, the family as a whole, is that during these pauses today on this show, this it's not stop here. When they need a pause, we're gonna voice every time. This is just the start.
دموعكم هاي شيء كبير، في وقت تكون أداة تحكوا للآن هي راح تكون جاهزة بأنها توقف معكم. They are thanking you a lot. His wife want to add something?
Yes, yes. By all
بحب
means.
أذكر إنه زوجي علاء مظلوم، والحكومة الإسرائيلية ظالمة، هي تقوم بممارسة الضغوطات الكثيرة عليه من أجل فك إضرابه. تقوم بممارسة الكثير من الضغوطات عليه. تتم نقله من سجن، من مستشفى إلى آخر، وجسده أصبح مرهقا لا يقوى على الحراك.
She want to say it's to add and remind people that her husband is still in jail and hospital bed, under the torture of the jailers every day as a routine. They are transferring him from a prison to another to torture him more because his body is falling down and his body is very weak, but they are keep transferring them from one to another prison just to torture him and add to his torture.
بالإضافة أنه فقد الكثير من وزنه، أصبح ضعيف جدا، كلامه أصبح ضعيفا، لا يتكلم إلا القليل من الكلمات.
Now his body is very weak. He needs a serious help. He can't speak only few words because his body is very weak and he can't walk. He lost half of his body weight, and he's waiting to someone to support her.
بالإضافة أنه إسرائيل عم بتقوم بتسليط الهواء البارد على جسده طوال الليل، وتمنعه من تغطية قدميه ورأسه حتى يبقى جسده باردا، وهو أيضا لأن جسده ضعيفا هو لا يتحمل هذا البرد الشديد.
Last time when the lawyer told her that Alaa Hammad is being on hospital bed, and they are putting the air conditioner on a high on cold levels and -1, -2, and they are preventing him from covering his legs and his hands and his face because this is forbidden as a security concerns for a security concerns, and this is torture. His body is very weak and he needs someone to stand up for him.
برضو بحب أحكي إنه كمان حتى إسرائيل تتحكم في دخول علاء للحمام. يعني من يتصور أو إنه هل يعقل إنسان يتحكم في دخوله إلى الحمام؟ إنسان مريض لا يعيش إلا على الماء، هو بحاجة إلى دخول الحمام باستمرار لوضعه الصحي. هي تمنعه من دخول الحمام إلا في ساعات معينة.
Can you imagine how my husband suffers? He is preventing from going to WC when he needs. They are having a schedule for him to go to the bathroom. If he needed to go to the bathroom, not in the time on the schedule, they are not allowing him to go. Can you see that? Can you imagine how is that affecting his health and his psychological state?
لذلك إسرائيل هي ظالمة، والأظلم منها هي حكومتنا الأردنية التي لم تتدخل حتى الآن أو لحد هذه اللحظة في موضوع زوجي علاء.
I'm saying the Israeli government is a criminal and they are torturing my husband, and I'm saying that the Jordanian government is a partner in this criminal situation because they did not do anything to help my husband.
لذلك أنا بشكركم كثير على استضافتكم إلنا، وأنكم سمحتوا لصوتنا يوصل إلى العالم أجمع، اللي يصل هاي المعاناة، معاناة زوجي ومعاناة الأسرى كلهم، معاناة أهالي الأسرى للعالم.
I would like to thank you for having me here today to let me deliver the message of my husband and his torture and his family torture, living with his torture, and this story, bring it to light, bring it to the whole world outside. I would like to thank you again. Thank you, thank you.
And again, I'm gonna just jump in and say that it should be 100% turned around, and for us to thank her, because I'm the one who has the honor of being here with her today. I feel like I'm the one who's being blessed. So I know we don't have too much more time via Jordan, but I'm going to say my ending greetings to Jordan and to the mother of Alaa and the wife, and also Ayat. Thank you so very much, Ayat. You did so great today. I love you, sister. I love you so much. And I'm going to let the mothers go ahead and give their goodbye greetings also. And let Layla also speak on top of that. So Ayat, do we want to do the ending greetings now, or?
خلاص الله يجزيكم الخير ويعطيكم العافية، جهودكم مشكورة إن شاء الله.
She wants to say goodbye to everyone and thank you for having her today, and thank you for your efforts, Sister Luna, again and again.
Okay. Layla, Layla, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to the mothers. This is going to be the mothers and the wife's time to say their greetings, and y'all have this. When you're done, you just let me know. This is your time.
Yes, Sister Ayat, please tell Alaa's mom that I feel with her more than 100%, that my heart goes out to her, and that I will be fighting with her and make sure that her voice will also be heard. I'll be praying for her son very, very much because I know how she feels. And I feel so bad for her that she has to go through this as a mother. And I cannot understand how anyone out there who hears this story can just stay quiet and not do anything about it. Whether it's President Obama, whether it's the Israeli government, whether it's King Abdullah, anyone out there who hears this story, I can't understand how they could just stay quiet and not do anything about that. This is torture. This mother cannot bear this anymore. She cannot bear to witness her son going through all of this. He's starving, his body is weak, and the Israelis are still torturing her son while he's weak, while he's in bed, while he's starving, while he had lost his weight, and they're still not doing anything about it. And people are out there are not doing anything about this. This is crazy. We need to write letters to President Obama about her son and about people who are in similar situations. People like my son also, Ziyad, who is in jail for no reason. This needs to stop. This just has to stop. People out there need to do something, need to get up and do something and voice their concerns and write letters and protests and so on. I feel so bad for you, Alaa's mom. I feel so bad for you. So bad.
الصبر لأنه
I am so sorry.
عشان ابنك كنت أثر كثير بالقصة وبتحكي هي آسفة أنا مش قادرة تقدم إشي.
I wish I could do something.
يا ريت إنك تقدر تعمل إشي.
Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to you're going to see both of the we're still live. Uh, we're still live. This has got me to where I'm like choked up. So if everybody can just
أنا أحكي
um, trying
الأمهات.
to keep where I'm able to
أنا بدي أحاول أكون صامتة عشان
trying to keep where I
أكون
can still
لا.
speak. I know they have to go, so if and if she can, Ayat, the mother of
Yes.
Alaa, can, if she wants to give Sister Layla a response, if she can, that's fine.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
take that time now. And we're not going to prolong this anymore. I know they have to go, and it's getting very emotional, and I don't want to overdo that part. So,
الله معهم إن شاء الله، إن شاء الله الفرج قريب إلهم للجميع، جميع الأسرى وجميع المعتقلين وين ما بكونوا، إن شاء الله الله يفرجها عليهم. ليلى لا
She's saying to Sister Layla that she's with her son's case and
الله
she support him and she prays for him
دعائك
to be
إلهم
released
ودعائي
inshallah.
إن شاء الله، دعاء أمنيات إن شاء الله ربنا يستجيب
And
إن
she
شاء الله.
with a lot of patience and a lot of prayers and a lot of hard works, maybe inshallah they will be released soon inshallah. She can see that.
okay, okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end with Jordan today. I want the world, the listeners, everybody who's there, uh, to take note of what has come out of Jordan from the mother and the wife of Allah Hammad. Their voice is carrying on. We will carry on their voice here, even when they're not speaking. Um, we're going to go ahead and take. We're off with them. Sister Leila, are you still with me?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're broke down with we just went off with Jordan, so it's just me and you here. Um, wow, I just there for a few minutes. I just couldn't. I could not. Let me say just goodbye real quick in the chat here. And thank um, this interview is gotten me to. How many times have you heard me not have anything to say or not be able to say anything? I'm like, wow. Um, I'm sorry for the pausing. You want to keep on going, Sister Layla, and how much time do you have? I mean, I don't want to take your day, but we can do what we need to do and get out what we need to get out as far as the awareness goes. Other issues, whatever you want to do. If you don't have time, we can reschedule another interview also and go on to more things. Just let me know what you want to do, Sister.
I have time.
Okay,
I have.
okay. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Ziyad's video a couple of times and let you and I have just a little bit of a break together, and I'll speak to you in the chat, okay? And just let give us a little bit of intermission to get our feelings and emotions together, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I also want people to know about Facebook. They could join me on Facebook, and also they could visit my son's website, www.freeziyadyagi.info, and that's ZIYADYAGHI. It's very important for people to connect with me and to be there for me and support my son.
Yes. Um, there's so many different people, so many different people who want to support, but there's not enough of them. This is to my audience. Um, whether you see this, whether you are listening live right now or you see this in a recording when this comes up later on, there's not enough people. How many times, do we have to say this? Not asking for your pity. We're not asking for for your sympathy. We're asking for your empathy. That's what we want. That is the goal, is for people of the world to start at least having some empathy. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree at all. But when it comes right down to it, it's the empathy of people, a human being suffering. That's what it should be. And nobody should have to beg anybody for that. It should come natural to you. And if you don't have it, then you have a damn problem. There's no, more blunt way than I can say it. And it's not to insult anyone, it's the truth. If you have no empathy and you cannot feel any kind of pain, even if something that you don't agree with is hurting someone, and you cannot feel any empathy anywhere there, then something that is majorly wrong with you. You may want to seek some professional help or find out why you don't have it, but it's a medical fact that everybody has it. And if you choose to knock that off or not feel that, then that's something that you are doing yourself. So then you would be more or less to blame for not having empathy. Am I correct, Sister Layla?
Yes, you are. Yes, you're correct.
I mean, it's not something that somebody should have to come over and over and over and over and over and ask the world to have. If there are many people, and this is directed to the ones that don't have, who don't even listen, or have some kind of, non-constructive attitude about anything. In one point in life, somebody needs something at some point. You can disagree and try to say bad things about what you feel. If you've been brainwashed or you just have that feeling, that's your freedom to have. If you don't agree and you want to say bad things or whatever, that's fine. But the thing is, and the fact is that some point in time in your life, you're going to need some kind of help, something. No, there is no person in this land perfect. And when you need that, how would you feel if nobody was there for you, including your own family, anybody, if nobody was there for you? So we need to, as a people, start thinking of this. Empathy, there's nothing against any kind of law for having empathy. If man, government has, religious leaders, whatever, have turned that into where you're not supposed to have empathy, then they're 100% wrong. They're 100% wrong. Then they're being controlling. They have a power control thing to where they want to control that for whatever their agenda is. And it's not right. It's just plain ass. There's no right in it whatsoever that I could see, personally, my opinion. So again, I'm gonna give me and Sister Layla, we're gonna continue with the interview. I'm just gonna put the video from that features Siraj and some other nice, talented people. Um, I believe it's Ace. I love this video too, by the way. But we're gonna play that a few times and give us a little bit of an intermission. I'm also going to try to talk somebody into
this, yeah, that's the mother's cry. Strong for her child, yeah, she's ready to die. Where are you, my community? Can't see you, where's the unity? No stopping me, gotta take this universally. Welcome to the stomping ground, CC, TJ. For no crime, oh America, wake up, now's the time. Bill of rights under fire, Constitution on the line. Yeah, she needs a voice, yeah, she needs a sign. CC, TJP forever on the grind. NDAA, bully reauthorize anyone that's involved getting crucified. Go away, they say, I'm wise. Playing well, let's yell for see how we cry. Off the leash, vicious reprimand for all sides. Never will sit back and watch another brother die. Show some heart for a mother living on the dark side. Force it up, had enough. Let's ride. North, south, west side. Got it on the east side. Let's set it off. Rebels rise, rebels rise.
Yaghi. Free Ziyad, Yaghi. I love you, my son.
You don't accuse other people of a crime or anything unless you have evidence.
They attack the victim, and then the criminal who attacked the victim accuses the victim of attacking him. Yes, sir. This is American justice. Yes, sir. That's right. This is American democracy. Yes, and those of you who are familiar with it know that in America, democracy is hypocrisy. Right. Now, if I'm wrong, put me in jail. But if you can't prove that a democracy is not hypocrisy, then don't put your hands on me.
No one cares. Down in a grave like shell buried alive, between cold barren walls, laying on a bed made from cement, staring at the ceiling. Does it feel like no one cares?
They took my son. But my son, he's 100% innocent. My son is my soul. He's my life. He's my heart. They just can't take it away from me.
I'll take this for you, and I know that this day, and I will do everything for you, just to make you smile, make you smile.
Wake up, look now, who's befriended me? God was right, strongest in the faith you find it not serene. Those who say I believe, stand by you when you grieve, help you to know and protect you in the time of need. There's some out there you will find like that. Can't deny this, yeah, keep your voice back. Now that you know, here you go, another fact. Brother Z, I got Jack, Uma, where you at? Masjid, lock the door, no soliciting. Cowards, no heart, your words, I'm remembering. No justice, yeah, that's the mother's cry. Strong for her child, yeah, she's ready to die. Where are you, my community? Can't see you, where's the unity? No stopping me, gotta take this universally. Welcome to the stopping ground, CC, DJ
For you, and I know that this day, and I will do everything
love and no crime. Oh America, wake up, now's the time. Bill of rights under fire, Constitution on the line. Yeah, she needs a voice, yeah, she needs a sign. CC, TJP forever on the grind. NDAA, fully authorized. Anyone that's involved getting crucified. No way they say, I'm wise. Playing well, let's yell for see how we cry. Off the leash, vicious reprimand for all sides. Never will we sit back and watch another brother die. Show some heart for a mother living on the dark side. Force it up, had enough, whoop whoop, let's ride. North, south, west side, got it on the east side. Let's set it off, rebels rise, rebels rise.
For you, and I know this day, and I will do everything for you, just to make you smile. For you, and I know this day, and I will do everything for you, just to make you
Free Ziyad Yaghi. Free Ziyad Yaghi. Free Ziyad Yaghi. I love you, my son.